The natural impulse to have faith in something which is deep-rooted in man develops into faith in God. God now and again administers to man a mild beating. This is but a token of his mercy. From the worldly standpoint, such blows are considered extremely painful, but actually they bring about a change of heart and lead to peace. By disturbing worldly happiness, they induce man to seek the path to supreme bliss. How our suffering leads us to God. It is of course true that the human body lives by breathing, and hence there is suffering. Human life, in fact, animal life in general, depends on breathing, which is a sign of disturbance in the universal equilibrium. The entire creation is characterized by this disturbance. The process of breathing implies a dual movement, inward and outward, and a periodic rest between the two. The state of harmony can be reached by getting rid of this urge for movement, by attaining to repose, calm, and peace. This is possible through yoga. When one is in a state of perfect poise, there is no longer any need to breathe. The sense of separateness is the root cause of misery because it is founded on error, on the conception of duality. There are instances of self-realization occurring by the grace of God, whereas at other times it can be seen that he awakens in some a feverish yearning after truth. In the first case, attainment comes spontaneously. In the second, it is brought about by trials. But all is wrought solely by his mercy. When in spite of all efforts one fails to catch a train, does this not make it clear from where all one's movements are being directed? Whatever is to happen to anyone, anywhere, at any time is all fixed by him. His arrangements are perfect. An eternal relationship exists between God and man. The light of the world comes and goes. It is unstable. The light that is eternal can never be extinguished. By this light, you behold the outer light and everything in the universe. It is only because it shines ever within you that you can perceive the outer light. Whatever appears to you in the universe is due solely to that great light within you, and only because the supreme knowledge of the essence of things lies hidden in the depths of your being is it possible for you to acquire knowledge of any kind. The human brain may be compared to the root of a tree. If the root is watered, nourishment spreads to every part of the plant. There are occasions when you say your brain is tired. When does this happen? When you are very busy with outer things, but as soon as you return home and talk to your loved ones, your head feels light and you are full of joy. For this reason it is said, because your brain belongs to yourself, your own work does not produce weariness. Really speaking, all work is your work. Only how can you understand this? Indeed, the whole world is yours, of yourself, your very own, but you perceive it as separate, just as you see others. To know it to be your own gives happiness, but the notion that it is apart from you causes misery. To perceive duality means pain, conflict, struggle, and death. Either melt by devotion the sense of separateness or burn it by knowledge. By virtue of the Guru's power, everything becomes possible. Therefore, seek a Guru. So long as you have not found a Guru, adhere to the name or form of him that appeals to you most, and ceaselessly pray that he may reveal himself to you. In very truth, the Guru dwells within, and unless you discover the inner Guru, nothing can be achieved. If you feel no desire to turn to God, bind yourself by a daily routine of sadhana. When prayer does not spontaneously flow from your heart, ask yourself, why do I find pleasure in the fleeting things of this world? If you crave for some outer thing or feel specially attracted to a person, you should pause and say to yourself, look out. You're being fascinated by the glamour of this. Is there a place where God is not? Family life, which is the ashrama of the householder, can also take you in his direction, provided it is accepted as an asrama. Lived in this spirit, it helps man to progress towards self-realization. Nevertheless, if you hanker after anything such as name, fame, or position, God will bestow it on you, but you will not feel satisfied. The kingdom of God is a whole, and unless you are admitted to the whole of it, you cannot remain content. He grants you just a little, only to keep your discontent alive. For without discontent, there can be no progress. You, a scion of the immortal, can never become reconciled to the realm of death. Neither does God allow you to remain in it. He himself kindles the sense of want in you by granting you a small thing, only to whet your appetite for a greater one. This is his method by which he urges you on. The traveler on this path finds it difficult and feels troubled, but one who has eyes to see can clearly perceive that the pilgrim is advancing. The distress that is experienced burns to ashes all pleasure derived from worldly things. This is what is called tapasya. What obstructs one on the spiritual path bears within itself seeds of future suffering. Yet the heartache, the anguish over the effects of these obstructions are the beginning of an awakening to consciousness.